Today I'm back with another video. And if y'all want to get hot, come roll with me. Now, listen, man. It was a crazy summer jam. I want to give it up to Ball is Life and Off the Dribble, man. It was fire, gang. Great basketball. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Now, I'm going to just tell y'all real quick on what I thought was going to happen and what really happened. Now, the craziest part about the whole show, I feel like Nesco and Ty Lawson's game not ending, right? They're at Ty Lawson's at 29, Nesco's at 28. There was a discrepancy that happened between a foul call where, Ty Lawson had the ball. He had, the ball for game. He's driving. Nesco seemingly pokes the ball out, but the refs didn't see it. The ref called a foul, and it was Ty Lawson's ball to win. But it looks like Nesco had them say, yo, I need y'all to go check that footage. You know what I'm saying? So they went and they checked the footage. They huddled up like, okay, cool. Both refs could not agree. One ref believed that it was a foul. The other ref believed that he saw the poking out of the ball. So you guys know there's a rule. Like if the defender pokes the ball out from the offensive player, it's an automatic change of position. You know what I'm saying? They switch positions or whatever. So that happened. The game never ended. It was just like it dragged on. I think we should have actually seen or probably paid attention to what was going to happen based off of the first game. Bruce versus Fonby was so crazy to me. I feel like that game alone kind of set the tone of what kind of night it was going to be. Everybody was getting upset. Nas was mad at Fonby using the towel to wipe his hands even. And as you guys know, that's something that happens to a lot of those guys when they're playing. The ball gets slippery. Everybody's sweating profusely. You got to grab the towel to wipe your hands 20,000 times. And you got to pick the ball up. You have everybody slipping in the same spot where nobody's going to go wipe. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those rag guys or those rag boys like tennis. You feel me? I forgot what they're called. You know what I'm saying? Those bus boys. They come, they run, they wipe up the spot, and they run off. We need that in the 1v1 space. You feel me? We don't have that in the 1v1 space. We need that. We need somebody that's just there just to wipe up sweat. All right. Now, that happened. You know what I'm saying? I have Fonby winning, but Bruce stole the game. He went up by a lot. Fonby actually had to climb out of a hole. And it seemed like Fonby was actually going to close it. Like the comeback was going to actually be supreme. But somebody in Bruce's corner told him, hey, buddy, drive to the basket. You've been taking 20 different shots. You feel me? And that's what Bruce was doing. He was taking mad shots, missing. And I feel like the way to beat Bruce is to keep him shooting the twos and the threes. Like Bruce going to the basket, you're done for. But a lot of guys, they want to shoot mad threes. You could take the ones that you can get. You can take you're going to get at least two open depending on who you're playing. But if you're playing one of those guys like a Nas or a Skoob or a Rob, or they're not taking plays off in big games like this. You feel me? So that was crazy. The final game, Skoob versus Lamar. Yo, a lot of y'all switched up on Skoob, man. I peep it. A lot of you guys switch up on Skoob. You guys sat here and was saying, yo, Lamar was going to whoop Skoob. And, Lamar Gates said the whole 30-5, 30-8. And I was confused. I kept asking 30-5, 30-8? Hell no, man. What are you talking about? Bitch, be for real. You know what I mean? Bitch, be for real. And I just looked at that as crazy work. But it seems like Uncle Skoob really showed that he is that when it comes down to these big games. I said that I could not really bet on either one, bro. I just said 30-25. That was my final pick. But it actually ended up 30-26, Uncle Skoob. Every play, every possession was great. You know what I'm saying? Lamar seemed like he was a little gassed down the stretch. I seen another game where Lamar over the weekend played a 5v5. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I felt like he should never have took that game, to be honest. Zay, and I'm actually going to drop that video too. Zay versus Lamar in the 5v5. That happened over the weekend in the DMV. And I feel like Lamar, you just got back, you're saying healthy. You're just getting your breath back. I don't think he should have took that game. I think he should have just been ready for the game with Skoob today because he seemed a little gassed. He seemed like his legs wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? He seemed a little less loose. He was making threes in the beginning, but he started missing in the late parts of the game. And it just was like not really, the way he shaped out. Now Skoob, on the other hand, he was missing threes, but he was making those big shots, like those tough shots that you need to win when it comes to the 1v1. And this is what separates Skoob from other 1v1 players. You know that Skoob is going to make those tough shots. You know that Skoob is going to close the game. You know that Skoob is not going to play when it comes down to these big bags and these big pay-per-views. I never seen Skoob play. So it's like, I get it. Lamar also had his what do you call it, his New Orleans folks in the building. They was yelling so much. They was turning Skoob up, but Skoob was so quiet. The beginning of the game, Skoob wasn't even there. People were saying Skoob wasn't even coming. He ducked. You know what I'm saying? Skoob shows up, you know what I mean, like the Phantom, showed up, mask on, ready to go. You feel me? And he delivered, right? He walked Lamar down. Lamar actually went up by a lot in the beginning. Just like I said, every game actually had somebody going up by a lot each game. You know what I mean? In the beginning, and Skoob came back. I think it was 9-0 or something like that. Skoob came back, and Skoob started leading it late in the game, and they went down and they battled 26-30. I think that was a great ending. Lamar looked a little defeated. Skoob just left, shot the final shot, and walked out the building. You know what I'm saying? That didn't stop for no interviews. Keep the same energy type of vibe. And it was just like lovely. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was great. I also feel like the other game that I feel like was crazy was Nas versus Kyrie, right? Kyrie Walker. Now, Nas, I looked at Nas. Nas basically on his live, he said that he'd been training for 3 months. Kyrie Walker got the call because Isaiah Briscoe dropped out of the battle, right? Nas, on the other hand, been training for 3 months for Isaiah. Kyrie, I don't know what kind of training he's been doing, but I don't think it was training for this 1v1 space. This is why these guys are pioneers of the space, because they know what it takes to win in this space. Every time when it comes to these big games, you see the same type of people. I thought, and you're having mega matches. Like, you're having mega matches, bro. Nas versus, Briscoe. Briscoe dropped out. We got Kyrie Walker, one of the legends in high school, like 3-level scorers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really have done his. But guess what? He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for this kind of lights. Everybody feel like they could come into this space and do it, and they're coming and getting belt to ass and getting whooped by people that has been doing it. Look at, I don't want to bring it, but TNC, when they did their pay-per-view, when what's his name, Lat came in and he wanted to play Cam, and Cam, everybody had Cam losing, but mind you, Cam won his last pay-per-view, but people like, oh, Lat is that dude, like Lat is gonna do it, and Cam came back and beat Lat. It's the same thing where it comes to this. Like, people always questioning Skoob. Now, I wanted to see Skoob versus Eugene. I need that next. You know what I'm saying? Or Nas versus Eugene, because that was supposed to be 1-to-1s. But I honestly just feel like it should, you know what I mean? And I just feel like Rob game, what for me was my favorite. Rob final shot was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? He did it off a 1-footer fader 3. You feel me? 1-footer fader 3. I'm being real. Each game, the only game that was a blowout was the Nas game. I think Nas 30-11 or something like that. Something crazy like that. Kyrie did drop out of the bet. He never showed up with no money. He did look a little bit nervous. You know what I'm saying? When niggas don't get, like, you think some people, oh, he ain't get no haircut. He ready to go. This nigga ain't get no haircut. None of that. That nigga look depressed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not holding it against Kyrie, because I feel like once he gets his body together, and when it comes down to this space, he's going to be somebody that you gotta see. Like, he's gonna elevate. This shit is all about conditioning. If you're already talented, if you already got those nuances to your game where, you know what I'm saying, you can pick apart defenders. Kyrie's shot is beautiful. The 11 points we seen, those were some great shots. He got clips out of those shots that he hit. You know what I mean? So I just feel like if he just get your conditioning right in this space, you can't just come in this bitch playing. Lamar got to take this one to the chin, and you needed this shit just to humble you for you to be greater in this shit. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Skoob had to take one too. When Skoob lost to Rob the first time, even though it was Frigmas, he still felt away because people was holding that shit over his head like, yo, you got left on zip. When Rob and Nas was playing that 2v2 and they got skunked, they got humbled. Like, each player got a taste of humble, like, you know, that humble pie. That, you know what I mean? They got a taste of that. And it's gonna turn you up even more. The people already love you. The people are mad that Skoob won. I'm gonna be real. Niggas is out here bringing up Eugene. I'm like, goddamn, Skoob just won and walked out the gym. No interview, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was great though, man. Like, you know, shout out to everybody, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You already know, man. It's your girl, Dose City. Let's get it. Let's go, man.